One of the mistakes people make when they're wanting to start a business is they just jump straight in. They don't take the time to take a step back and research the market to really define if there's a need out there for the product or service that you want to do. So I'm going to run through a bit of a list, a checklist you can follow through when you've got a business idea and you want to do that research of how to go about it and where to start. So the first thing we want to do is we want to understand that not everyone is your customer. No matter how great you think your product or your service is, not everyone's going to want it. Now, even the people that might fall in your target market might not want it either. So don't panic thinking that the whole world's going to get it and you're just going to go out there and kill it, right? We've got to be realistic about what we're trying to do here. The second thing is we want to know what solution we're trying to provide to this customer, because a business is about providing a solution to someone's problem or someone's pain point, right? Your customer is facing a problem at the moment, or there's a pain point that they can't get past. We want to understand what that problem and that pain point is, and is what we're doing actually providing a solution to that. Now, to do that better and deeper, we need to define the customer. We need to really know who we're talking to and who we're seeking out. So be really specific here. Is it male? Is it female? What job do they do? Where do they live? Do they have kids or not? What car do they drive? What's their income? Be really specific as you can, because that will help you now to figure out the problem that they're facing and if your product or service can help provide that solution. Again, that's what we want to do here. Ultimately, we want to ease someone's pain or solve someone's problem. Now, the best way to do that is to ask your target market, right? So we've figured out what a problem might be. We've defined our customer. Now we need to go and find them and ask them. Now, don't just randomly ask. Put a list of specific questions around the problem, right, that we want them to answer for us. Now, we want to veer away from just going to ask random people, right? Even friends and family, unless that friend or family member is actually part of your target market. Now, when we just go and ask anyone that's not, we're opening up to just opinion. And we don't want opinion. We want real specific targeted answers. That's why we want to go in prepared with a specific list of questions that we can ask them. Okay. Last thing we want to do, we want to jump and search online. Now, 99.9% of the time, there's someone out there already doing what you're doing. Okay. And that's fine. So what we want to do, we want to see what they're doing out there. We want to see what feedback they're getting. What kind of product or service are they doing that's in relation to what you're doing? How can you maybe create a point of difference? Now, here's the important part, is don't compare yourself with them. Don't get overwhelmed thinking, oh, wow, this person's already doing it and they're killing it and I'm never going to make it, right? Now, the idea is just for research, not comparison. There's plenty of room out there for you to join that market and to take your share as well. So do the research first. If you can't really answer these questions definitively and with real focus and purpose, and chances are that's not the right idea for you to go into, you might need to go back and refine it and tweak it. And that's the great thing about asking your target market, is it will actually give you tips and pointers that you can go back and look at your product or service and either add things to it, change it, or maybe restructure the whole thing. So start with a business idea, go out and do the research on it first. And if it all checks out and all looks great, then jump in and get started on setting it up.